Hey fam, it's KJ and I am back here today. We're talking about if loving you is wrong. Sorry it's a little bit late, but I got a lot going on. We're going to talk about that too. Meanwhile, this is Loving You is Wrong. This is called Boiling Point and this is episode number 3, I think it is. It'll be in the description bar if that's wrong. Trying to get this light right because I'm in the car, you know. And, sometimes the lighting can be off. Try not to put my hand in the camera, too. I'm sorry. All right. So, let's go ahead and get into this recap. Starts off with Kelly, like she's going over there to Randall's and Marcy's house, and she's talking to Esperanza on the phone. Esperanza is still being the dumb 911 operator who is trying to direct the girl to go over there, which is stupid. Oh, that's better. She's trying to direct her to go over there, and so she's on the phone and she's telling her, she see a body. And if I look now, I'm looking at my notes, y'all. So she tell her she see a body or whatever. And she said, I see a bloody hand, right? So she see a bloody hand. So she was like, that's got to be Miss Louise. So the police, of course, is still not here yet. This is all in Tyler Perry world. Y'all know it's crazy. So the police is still not here yet. So Esperanza calls for 911 again, trying to get an ETA on where is the 911. Where is the ambulance or whatever. So she tell she's going back in the house because Kelly basically is just not going. I'm not going in there. So she's like, okay, well, just go on back in the house, just go and check on the kids, which is where she should have been in the first place with the kids, especially with all that going on, and not trying to go across the street based on what Esperanza's saying. I would have been like, hell no, ain't no way. Anyway, so the police finally arrive, and Travis is sitting outside Kelly's house when they pull up. Y'all know, crazy ass Travis. Why is crazy ass Travis outside this lady's house? Y'all, something wrong with Travis. We have not pinpointed exactly what's wrong with Travis, but Travis crazy as hell. He pulls off, smash off or whatever when all the police start coming up or whatever. And Kelly don't even want to acknowledge it. She acting like he not doing nothing major. Like, he's acting crazy, Kelly, and you should have been calling 911 on him while he was, lurking. Anyway, so, basically, police pull up, they go around the house looking around and see his mom on the floor. She has a pulse, so they like, thank God, I'm saying thank God. She got a pulse, she not dead, so they gonna get her some help. Meanwhile, Steven, I think his name is Steven, the detective, he comes up to want to go ahead and talk to some of the neighbors. So he go out and talk to Natalie and, Kelly, and he asking Kelly, how, are you Kelly? How do you know her name? Who knows? Anyway, she was like, yeah. She's like, well, how you did you go inside the house? She was like, no, I didn't go in. He was like, did you step in any blood? She was like, no, I made sure I didn't do that. He was like, okay, do you mind if we take a picture of your shoe? So she was like, what, am I a suspect? So he's like, no, we just want to make sure that your shoe is the shoe that's around in the area, around the crime scene, since you say you went over there, whatever. But he really kind of looking suspicious the whole time he talking to Kelly. But anyway, he take the picture, whatever. So they looking around. They wheel Randall mama out. So she going on to the hospital, whatever. And Kelly says, Miss Louise, And so he was like, how well do you know her? And he was like, she was like, I don't really know her. I just, know her, met her from when she moved over there with Randall or whatever. He's like, well, do you know Brad Montgomery? Then she was like, yeah. And he was like, well, do you know where he lives? And she was like, yeah. She's like, this house right here. He was like, oh, this house right here, right next door. She was like, yeah. So she was like, do you know, do you think you'd be able to get in touch with him, or do you know where he is? So she was like, we believe Brad has got something to do with this, or he's involved. So she was like, no, not Brad. Kelly, don't trip, because you know what's going on with them and that whole situation. So just don't even say nothing. Stay out of that. She's like, no, not Brad. It can't be all this crap. But yes, it could be. And it could be. Anyway, so she was like, Brad took the baby? Why is she saying all this information? You say you don't know nothing, but do you know it's a baby gone? Like, girl, take your ass in the house. You done talking to the man. So basically, the police asked her to call Brad right there on the spot, which really does not happen in real life. But whatever, Tyler Perry, we're going to go with it. If that's what you want to do, tell them I call Brad. Meanwhile, they go in to the next scene where they're bringing in Joey to the ambulance, to the ER, whatever. The nurses are trying to get Natalie to calm down and give her some information about Joey and everything. So they got to the question of, does he have insurance? And Natalie was like, no. So the nurse got up and walked off. She was like, hang on, I'll be right back. She got up and walked off. Natalie decided to get frantic about the situation, which, you know, I can understand, but got frantic about the situation, got up to leave, and you know, Lucian was walking in. So Lucian trying to tell her, you know, to calm down. He's just kind of being the voice of reason, talking real calm to her, because he know Natalie can go off. So she was like, then the nurse, when she found out he's not going to get the best care here. So because when the nurse found out that he had no insurance, she got up and walked off. So Lucian was like, what? Lucian, I'm sorry. He was like, what? Hold on. So he go over there and talk to the other nurse, which happens to be Steven's girlfriend, you know, the other nurse. So you go over there and talk to her or whatever, and the other nurse is kind of looking stupid out the face. She got that stupid look down pat for real. She got this stupid look, and she's saying, you know, basically, this is true. If he ain't got no insurance, he probably gonna get stabilized and go ahead and be moved to county. So she was like, what, you just gonna stabilize him and move him? He was like, no. He was like, we got the money, because y'all know Lucia's got like back money from this FBI situation, so he got money in his savings or whatever. So she was like, well, we got the money. He was like, well, no, it's not my policy. It's not my policy to change or whatever. So Lucia was finna try to go off on the girl, but it's true, it's not her policy. This is just what policy is. But, you know, hopefully they can get billed, or hopefully he can pay for it. I don't know, but that's messed up how that whole insurance system is really, really, really messed up. Anyway, so Julius calls Ben over. They back at the station. Julius calls Ben over to the you know, to his little jail cell or whatever, and they talking about how Eddie treats Ben, and how Ben just like, well, it's okay. Then Julius like, it's not okay. Are you stupid? Like, he shot your freaking hand off. Like, are you kidding me? It's not okay. So Julius like, you want to kill him, right? You know, you want to kill him, right? You know, he just taunting Ben or whatever. Ben finally confessed and was like, I hate him. You know, she was like, you want to kill him? You can and you will. You can and you will. I think you can and I think you should. You know, like, go ahead and kill him. So Ben is kind of swaying over there to the side with Julius. Julius is like, you know, I need some man in blue on my side. You know, I think we should hang out. So whatever, he gave Ben his number and was like, call me, you know, when I get out of here, you call me and we'll do something, we'll work something out. And I'm glad Ben is getting a backbone, because Ben has never had a backbone. So now he's getting a backbone, and it's good, because who would even, the man shot your fingers off. Like, seriously, no way. Esperanza, they show Esperanza back at work, and she is trying to leave. Basically, she's trying to get somebody to come and cover her shift. So Eddie walk up, and what he doing, you know, like, what you doing here, you know, basically like she can't work the night shift or whatever. So she was just like, you know, get out of my business, you know, I'm here, you know, I take care of my daughter. He was like, where's my daughter? She was like, she's with, what she said, she's with, no, he was like, where's my daughter? I hope she ain't with Natalie, ghetto ass, especially with all them drive-bys going on. So she brushed that off like, boy, whatever, shut up. She's like, she with Kelly. He was like, another black one, that ain't much better. Eddie, you own it. You pushing on it. You already on my very, very last nerve. Get off it and get off of this show. I don't want to see Eddie. He gets on my nerves. Oh my God, he is the worst villain on any show ever. He just sucks. He's the worst. Anyway, so she tell him that you don't get to tell me about night shift. You don't get to tell me about nothing. Look here, just go play with your little hoes or whatever you be doing and robbing drug dealers, and get out of my life and get out of my business. Stop worrying about what I be doing and raising my child. I'm raising my child to take care of my child for when you go down, because I need to be ready for when you ain't around. And he was like, I ain't never going down, whatever. She's like, oh yeah, your days are numbered. You know, for sure your days are numbered. So I got to be prepared for myself. So he was like, you know, she said, where's your little girlfriend, Claudette or whatever? He's like, oh, I know you're jealous about that one. But you need to calm down, whatever. The boy was just shot. He's going to be all right or whatever. So she was like, what you talking about? He was like, Natalie, ignorant ass son, Joey was shot. So she look up on the board, being a 911 operator and don't know what the hell going on when 911 call. She look up on the board and see that that's Natalie address where the shooting happened. So she was like, oh my God, not this and Alex. So he was like, Alex, what happened to Alex? So she was like, look up on the board, idiot. So he look up on the board and see that Alex also got a situation going on over there, and it's like a code for a kidnapping. So he was like, the baby was kidnapped. So she was like, she's still trying to leave or whatever. He was like, where you going? Where you think you going? And she slapped him like, don't touch me. Like, leave me alone. So he was like, he trying to keep it calm down or whatever. He was like, telling her that, oh no. He was just saying, I guess he just wanted to know where she was going. She was like, don't touch me. And, she's still trying to leave or whatever. Kelly gets a phone call. She thinking it's Esperanza. I guess her call ID say jailhouse or whatever, but it's not. It's that goddamn what's his name, Terrell, and his mama on a three-way. So him and his mama on the phone. So basically, his mama's being a little bitchy to Kelly, because Kelly, he took the rap for Kelly, whatever the case was. We ain't found that out yet, but he took the rap for Kelly. So he's basically been in jail for all this time, and she ain't been to see him, and she ain't been talking to him, and putting it on his books or nothing like that. So the mama was like, she was just like, why you ain't been to see him? He doing time for something you did or whatever. Why you ain't doing this? Why you ain't doing that? She don't like Kelly because of this situation. So he can't even really talk to Kelly and have a normal conversation with Kelly because his mama keep butting her ass in. So he decides that he gonna hang his mama up. Like, mama, just go. I'll call you back. So she was like, she ain't gonna answer the phone. She ain't gonna answer the phone. He was like, she is, right, Kelly? So she was like, Kelly just holding the phone like, yeah. Don't know what the fuck to do. She is so lost. So, Kelly just holding the phone or whatever. He finally hangs up, calls back. She finally picks up again and whatever. But Kelly don't know what to say to him. Let's see. Yeah, so Kelly don't really know what to say to him. She's trying to just hold the phone. Back at the station, Eddie is harassing Ben for some coffee, and Julius and Eddie talking about Quan and Claudia and the mama and all that stuff. And he telling him that, Quan has been hit, Quan gone. I know he wasn't part of the deal, but this like a bonus or whatever. So Julius asking, what about Claudia and the mama? And Eddie was like, my team, we still looking for him. He's like, my team, we still looking for him, whatever. So he talking about, can I get my Cubans, because Julius is about to leave. So he tells Andrew to go and get the damn Cuban cigars or whatever. And Andrew was like, that's contraband or whatever. So he was like, go get the cigars, because Eddie run everybody, and they let him run it, and it's crazy. He go get the cigars, say something about he gonna report this to somebody or whatever, Ben, and being like, go ahead, it's everybody cricket in this bitch. Everybody. Randall. They show Randall finally, who, this is the third episode, I think, and we have yet to figure out what's going on with Randall, but they show Randall in the damn box again for the split second. He trying to tell me he can't breathe, and he got this one little lighter he flicking, you know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden it seems to be like somebody's pouring gasoline or something on him, so better not flick that lighter no more. I guess they say you better not flick it again. Anyway, Ben and Julius outside. Julius waiting on his, car from the impound. And Ben tells Julius, he admired him. Your father was a legend or whatever. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. Well, thank you. So I'm giving sending his condolences about his father passing away. So he asked, why you in this city? Why you choose this city? Why I'll be in Miami, somewhere like that. He was like, oh, Miami, you like that? He was like, yeah. So Ben all getting excited for the lifestyle because Julius offering him, Miami and travel and drugs and all the high price coca you want and this and that. So it looks like Ben is about to go ahead and be on board with Julius in this whole situation. And hopefully, like I said, he'll be able to get a backbone and get away from Eddie. Alex driving frantically down the road, and she called her mama crying, mom, I know you got my baby or whatever. And mama was just playing her stupid, like, what are you talking about? I ain't got your baby. She was like, they kidnapped my baby. I know you got him. So she was like, they took the bastard. Oh, well, it's probably for the best. And she's like, I can't hear you. The phone is breaking up. She just hung up on her. Mama ain't got time for what Kelly trying to bring. Like right now, Alex trying to bring. Like right now, Alex, you brought all this on yourself. So stop the madness. We don't know who got your baby. You don't even know who got your baby. And really don't even seem like you was looking for your baby too early on. Now you looking for your baby, but you weren't really studying it at the time. You so busy worried about what else going on. Anyway, Brad and Marcy at the apartment or whatever. Brad tells Marcy to stop playing hard to get, because Marcy, you know, it's just a bunch of heavy flirting back and forth or whatever. Brad been drinking, obviously, and Alex calling his phone and he not answering. Brad just asked, do you think you can love more than one person? You know, they talking about that, or love a person too much. And she's like, not if the person loves you the same way back, you know what I'm saying? So they kind of, like I said, just still flirting or whatever. Brad said he tired of her and he just want to be done with Alex and her bull crap. You know, he just want to be over it. But he cannot because of the kids or whatever, so he gonna stay, try to work stuff out and be cordial with Alex. Marcy's line rings, and I'm thinking it's Alex on her line, but it's actually Kelly. Kelly is looking for Brad. So Marcy says, Brad is not here, so Kelly was like, what's going on? So Marcy was like, what's going on? So she telling that the baby been kidnapped, Randall missing, Miss Louise beat up, and she said, and they think Brad did it. So Marcy holding the phone. Meanwhile, Brad's sitting right there with her. She holding the phone, just talking like, oh, okay, wow, really, that's messed up, whatever, So the detective get on the phone with Marcy. I guess Kelly gave him the phone. Detective get on the phone with Marcy and was like, ask about Brad, where do you know where he is? I understand he lives with you. Is he there now? And she trying to rush him off the phone because he is there, and it's kind of awkward. And I guess he kind of picked it up or whatever. So she get a contact number from him or whatever. She's like, if you see him, call me or whatever. But he tells her she's, but you could tell she's kind of talking funny or whatever. He could tell. He was like, is he there with you now? And you just can't say nothing. She was like, okay, bye-bye. She hung up the phone on him. So in the meantime, after that, what happened, it looks like when she hung up the phone, she tells, go over, tell Brad, she was like, the mud on your boots is red, and the mud at the place where you would say you was at is brown. She was like, do you want to tell me what's going on? So Brad ended up, she got this look on her face like, I know something went up. Brad ended up snatching her up and choking her up. Like, what the hell he finna do to her? Like, why is he doing her like this? I don't understand. Is he finna try to sleep with her? Is he trying to hurt her? Like, cause she knows she don't barely even know. Like, she barely even said anything. She just talking about the damn mud. Y'all, anyway, that was Loving If Loving You Is Wrong. It is, it's moving slow. Like I said, we still don't know what happened to Randall. We still don't know what's happening with Randall. We still don't know who got Randall. We still don't know really much about Randall at all. This is still all the same night where the shit happened, and we on day 3. Y'all know how Tyler Perry do, so this is probably gonna be stretched out for the entire season. Yeah, that was the episode. I definitely do want to thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.